everyone, today we will discuss on modified environment for storage of food. The main objective of this module is to enhance understanding of modified atmosphere packaging, that is called MAP technology, for preserving various food. The shelf life of food product depends on numerous factors such as the content of water, that is called water activity, salt concentration, pH value, hygienic condition during processing, storage condition including temperature, relative humidity and packaging. Several foods spoil quickly in the atmosphere because of the growth of aerobic microorganisms like bacteria and molds, reaction with surrounding gases especially oxygen, and moisture loss or uptake. The multiplication of microbial cells results in numerous changes in food products such as alteration in texture, color, flavor, nutritional composition. Such alteration can render the food products unpleasant and unsafe for consumption. In order to maintain product quality and prolong shelf life of food during storage, numerous preservation methods are practiced. The physical, chemical and biopreservation method we have already discussed in previous module. However, to improve shelf life of packaged foods, internal atmosphere inside the package can be modified by changing the composition of gases. Such type of modified gaseous atmosphere chemical and biochemical deteriorative reactions, and hence by slowing or in instance preventing the growth of spoilage causing microorganisms. For modifying atmosphere inside of food package, it is needed to lower the amount of oxygen, moving it from 21% to approximately 0, and the removed oxygen must be replaced with inert gas such as nitrogen and carbon dioxide. The decrease in oxygen concentration slows down the rate of aerobic organisms and reduces the rate of oxidation reactions. Further, carbon dioxide gas can be lower the pH of food and thus inhibit microbial growth. Moreover, the replacement of gases, some gases must be introduced to keep a particular color of certain food or food product, such as carbon monoxide can be used for keeping the red color of meat.
In general, rebalancing of gases inside the food, the package is considered very important, that can be accomplished by many active technologies such as gas flushing and compensated vacuum or breathable films known as equilibrium modified atmosphere packaging EMAP, that optimally controlling the equilibrium concentrations of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Sometimes scavengers may be added in the food package. In this slide, a schematic illustration of gaseous composition or exchange under normal atmosphere, ordinary plastic bag and EMAP bags are presented.
Modified atmosphere packaging, that is MAP, is an active or passive dynamic process of altering gaseous mixture within a package, which depend on the interaction between the respiration rate of the produce and transfer of gases through the packaging material.
Produce respiration rate and film permeability depends on certain extrinsic factors such as temperature. It has been observed that inconsistent or abusive temperature contributes to enhanced respiration and transpiration rates, which in turn can increase microbial proliferation and deterioration of modified atmosphere packaged fresh produce. It indicates the requirement for efforts towards the maintenance of strict cold chain. Earlier in 1930s, controlled atmosphere storage was used to transport beef and lamb from Australia and New Zealand to the United Kingdom. The first time in 1970s, modified atmosphere packaging originated in the United Kingdom and Denmark, where bacon and other products reached the retail stores.
In modified atmosphere packaging, usually three gases are most extensively used: carbon dioxide, nitrogen and oxygen. However, carbon monoxide or argon is also practiced in few countries. The selection of gas is depend on food product being packed, and gases may be used alone or in combination to enhance shelf life of food without changing their organoleptic properties. For commercial use, inert gases applied, and although experimental use of carbon monoxide and sulfur dioxide has also been reported.
Carbon dioxide is a colorless, odorless and tasteless natural gas which occurs in a small concentration, that is about 0.04% in the atmosphere. In the presence of moisture, carbon dioxide becomes slightly corrosive. It dissolves easily in water and forms carbonic acid that increases the acidity and reduces the pH of the medium. Moreover, it is also soluble in fats and other organic compounds. In general, the solubility of carbon dioxide increases with decreasing temperature, and the antimicrobial potential of carbon dioxide is distinctly greater at temperature below 10 degrees Celsius than 15 degrees Celsius or above. Due to reduction in the pH of the medium, carbon dioxide becomes inhibitory to the most of the aerobic microorganisms, thus plays a significant role in the MAP. As this gas can diffuse out of the food package or be absorbed by food product, thus food packaging thereby collapses. The higher the carbon dioxide content, longer the shelf life of food. However, by using supporting or filling gases, such effects may be avoided. In addition, sometimes higher concentration of carbon dioxide may alter the quality of food products in terms of their taste and loss of humidity. According to food regulatory authorities, 20% of carbon dioxide is sufficient to control the growth of microorganisms.
As we know that oxygen is an essential gas for survival of all living organism, means required for respiration, and supports decomposition of perishable food and provide favorable condition for the growth of aerobic microorganisms. Oxygen is a colorless, odorless and soluble in water with hyperreactivity that supports combustion process. It also supports numerous deteriorative reactions in food such as oxidation of pigments, lipids and browning reaction.
Oxygen plays a significant role in inhibition of the growth of anaerobic microorganisms, maintenance of natural color of the perishable food, and makes possible respiration for fresh agricultural produce. Thus, to enhance the shelf life of food, lowest concentration of residual oxygen. However, in some food, low concentration of oxygen results in quality and safety concerns such as color changes in red meat pigments, sensation in fruit and vegetables, and growth of food poisoning bacteria. That is why a careful selection of gaseous composition for packaged food is needed. In some cases, primarily for red meat, processing is intensely carried out with high oxygen concentration in order to retain red color from becoming pale and to inhibit the growth of anaerobic microorganisms.
Nitrogen is a relatively inert, means non-reactive gas with no odor, taste or color. It has lower density than air, non-flammable with low solubility in water and other food components. It is usually used to displacing air, particularly atmosphere oxygen. In fact, nitrogen doesn't support the growth of both aerobic and anaerobic microorganisms. The less solubility of nitrogen in food play a significant role in the prevention of pack collapse by introducing sufficient nitrogen in the gas mix to compensate the volume decrease due to absorption of carbon dioxide into food. Carbon monoxide is a tasteless, colorless and odorless gas that is highly reactive, very flammable and less solubility in water, but is relatively soluble in some organic solvents. Carbon monoxide sometimes used to retain the red color of meat, but unfortunately industrial uses of carbon monoxide has been limited due to its toxicity and the formation of potentially explosive mixture with the air. However, carbon monoxide has been studied in MAP of meat, and in some countries it has been licensed for use to prevent browning in packed lettuce.
The noble gases make a family of chemical elements that showing several interesting properties under ideal conditions, such as they are odorless, colorless, monatomic, and showing least chemical activity. Naturally, 6 noble gases occur: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radioactive radon. In general, argon is used in modified atmosphere packaging of potato-based snacks product. The E number of most extensively used MAP gases: oxygen E948, carbon dioxide E290, nitrogen E941, hydrogen E949, helium E939, argon E938.
Modified atmosphere packaging is suitable for a wide range of food products, for perishable, semi-perishable, and to non-perishable.
Nowadays, the MAP is most widely used in ready-made meals and convenience products. The examples of gas mixture composition for various types of food products are presented in this slide.
The modified atmosphere can be produced at the operational level by two processes: passive process and active process. Passive process involves the creation of high carbon dioxide and little oxygen atmosphere by the food produced inside a package by a natural process. The food, usually fruit or vegetable, is placed in a sealed pouch, and the atmosphere changes as the food respires and attain the desired gas composition over the time. Active process, it is a rapid process achieved by either gas replacement or displacement or the application of gas scavengers, absorbers to attain desired gas composition within a package. This method results in little to no oxygen left in the food package.
Generation of modified atmosphere in food package is usually required a scientific calculation which forecasts the behavior of the gases with the food and packaging material. For example, the Pack-In Map is a web-based software tool accessible online www.packinmap.com that helps in designing a map for fresh produce, as it contains a database on information on product respiration rate, optimum temperature, the oxygen and carbon dioxide concentration, as well as permeability of various packaging materials. Based on the above information, it suggested that best possible packaging material and or amount of product needed to attain optimal packaging conditions can be obtained. Pros of MAP: as it can extend shelf life, or we can say through which we can obtain extended shelf life, we can get higher product quality, less wastes are generated, it widens marketing opportunities, it uses fewer or without preservatives, and it is available in various attractive package design. Cons of MAP: it involves high requirements, relatively high cost. There are several safety concerns. It influences the product quality under certain conditions, and there is a requirement of refrigeration. According to the Food and Drug Act and other regulation states that all materials intended for food packaging may not cause harmful effects, and the safety of packaging materials for food use is the responsibility of the manufacturer. As the MAP is a well developed and established process where a good practice to adhere and maintain highest possible quality assurance during testing of the food package. However, several practices like inaccurate oxygen level, empty gas cylinders, and bad sealing bars The routine package testing is required to achieve desired product quality during storage. Nowadays, a large number of MAP analyzers such as Headspace gas analyzer, online gas analyzer, and leak detectors, both inbuilt unit packaging system and handheld analyzers, are commercially available to ensure the quality, safety, and composition of gases. Analyzers helps in verification of correct gases mixture as well as assurance of the accurate sealing. Whether the package is leaking or not, that information can be obtained with the correct gas mixture.
Modified atmosphere packaging is a well-established technology and continues to attract food manufacturers. The key objective of this MAP is to maintain a desirable atmosphere within a specific temperature inside the food package, and its cost-effective design depends on numerous other factors including the product weight, temperature, and other properties of packaging material such as thickness of the film, permeability, perforation density, and the surface area. The MAP is extending the storage life of a wide variety of fresh agricultural produce to obtain superior product quality. However, the standards required by MAP are comparatively high and need to be regulated and carefully monitored to ensure consumers' safety. Moreover, the integration of multiple intelligence systems combined with the predictive microbiological data should be explored towards the optimal success of modified atmosphere packaging technologies.